Hey guys, I wanted to take a second to talk about a topic that we do with our own dogs and we do a little bit of with a lot of the dogs that we do training with, and that I feel like some people who get caught up in using food and toys and things like that as rewards maybe don't practice enough with their dogs. So it gets really easy to get into the habit of using your dog's food or using their toy and doing a lot of direct rewarding. So direct rewarding is essentially the dog sits and you have the food right here that you're directly giving them as a reward. Down. Nope, down. Good. And what that does is it basically makes it really easy for the dog to say, oh, you have the food and I get the food from you if I do X behavior. Now, what happens if you put this right in front of the dog, but it's not on your person? That's something that can sometimes cause a little frustration, cause a little tension, and the dog can get really kind of worked up because they're so used to working you for the reward and not necessarily having the reward be separate from you. So I've got a little bit of this food I'm going to put down. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on camera. I'm going to put down over there. Nope. Good. And I'm going to ask her, this is Sheena, I'm going to ask her to do some behaviors. Usually where I see difficulty in this scenario is if you don't have the reward directly on you, you see a lot of difficulty in getting the dog to perform behaviors that they know because there's a lot of frustration directed in this direction versus focus on you. Sheena here. Good. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Sit. Good. So she understands, because we do this a lot, that in order to get that thing that she wants so bad that's not part of me, she has to focus on and work with me first. I do this a lot with my guys with their food. So same thing with, I'm just going to give her like a bunch of food that we've got in the slow feeder bowl. I'm going to put this over here. Nope. And this can help with dogs with leash reactivity, whether it's toward people or other dogs. Since there's something over there that you want to react to, whether you want to go and get it, or you're nervous and you want to bark at it, things along those lines, pay attention to me instead. She in here? Good girl. Down. Good. And you can see she looks over occasionally, but not nearly as much as a new dog would in this exercise. Sit. Good. Nope. Good. So see the frustration? I want her to be able to work through that frustration, clear her mind, and give me the appropriate behavior instead of just losing her mind and being all full of herself and not being able to perform. Stand. Good. Down. Good girl. This is the kind of stuff a lot of performance and sport people look for because they want the dog to put a lot of drive into their behaviors. I want her to be enthusiastic and put a lot of drive into her behaviors, but I also have an alternative motive using a method like this, is that I want to see her work through her frustration and focus on me. Yes, I'm getting a little bit more pushy, a little bit more animated behavior from her, which is sometimes a result, but it shows me that she can focus on me instead of only focusing on her reward, which is over there. Good girl. Sheena, poos. Poos. Good. Poos. Nope. Good. Poos. So I want to see, even if I make her put her back to it, if we walk away from it, if we walk towards it, poos. Good. That she can still perform and pay attention to me. Good girl. Down. Nope. Down. Good. Sheena here. Nope. Here. Good. Great. Good girl. So a lot of people, you know, this starts as a slow process. You have to introduce them to it and maybe have just a little bit of a distraction, whether it's a toy or a food reward, and work your way up to something that becomes more and more high value to the dog. But you can see, you know, this as an application for an everyday pet dog helps you to pull their attention away from things that really triggers them, to make sure that they focus on you to earn that, or focus on you in the hopes of earning something else that you don't necessarily have right in front of their nose. You have to create that hope and that desire to work harder and still perform for you if you don't have that reward right in front of their face every single time you ask them to do something. Good job, Sheena.